Hello everyone, Cami here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in for the month of September. I'm actually going to jump in on the third week of September because if you guys are familiar with how I do check-ins, I do it from Wednesday to Tuesday. So I do it in the middle of the week, which is kind of confusing, but it makes sense to me. I put the dates that I was supposed to check in, but I didn't because we didn't have any funds in our cash envelopes yet because I started in the middle of September when I did my cash envelope stuffing. Actually, no, that was the 10th of September when I started to do cash envelope stuffing videos. I'm actually going to check in on the second week, not the third week. Never mind. So I made a mistake on that. So I'm actually going to put a washi here because I thought I was going to have a lot of categories, but I wasn't. I'm only going to do 5 categories like I did before because I will explain why. So we're actually on the second week. So I'm just going to put a washi here instead of like moving everything up. I think it just makes sense. It looks kind of busy, but you know, we're doing what works for us. I think September for me has a lot of modifications, and that includes like some modifications on my kits as well because I try to like sell kits that I use myself personally, and I think that's the greatest advice I can give for people that want to sell on Etsy is use your stickers, like sell your stickers how you want it laid out, how you want to use it. And I mean, you can get inspiration from other people. I think that's how budget kits start anyways, and then kind of see how everything works out for you. But like I said, we're gonna do week 2. I thought I was gonna be on week 3. Let's go ahead and get started. So actually I haven't set up my, what is this, my compliment card with all of my stickers, and I was thinking I could do that with you guys if that's fine. I have my little categories here, and I wanted to show you how I changed and added this expense tracker right here. Like instead of doing this paycheck 1, I am actually gonna do this breakdown like I had before. It used to say bills, but I think expenses is a lot better because I am mixing my sinking funds in here just because I feel like that's just easier for me. And I'm running out of like spaces in here. I only have like 1 space left realistically if I wanted to add another sinking fund, so I don't have a lot because I do have a lot of debt. That's what's taking up all my spaces, so I'm gonna try to get rid of those before I add another sinking funds. So originally I was gonna separate my eating out and groceries money, but I actually just mixed it together and named it food. I also changed my cash envelope for that, so it's food. And the budget every month for that is $460, so $100 every week for groceries and like $30 every 2 weeks for eating out. So that's usually the breakdown I had, but I found that whatever is left over on our groceries, we could just use that for dining out because I think dining out is the most problematic category of my whole, well, aside from the debt, is the eating out money. And honestly, it's a problem, and we've been doing really well. Like we did well this week, like comparing to how we've been doing, because even though I don't do check-ins, I still kept track of our eating outs right here, and I'm gonna explain to you which one is. But let's do the compliment card first. So I use the EC compliment card that they give almost every order of the life planner, and I also use their coil clips. I think, yeah, it's just easier to use these. I have a bunch and it's pretty easy. You just snap it off right there. Other people use like laminated dividers that you can buy or make your own, and that's fairly fine, but you would still need like a coil clip, and then you just kind of snap it on like this. You can hear the buzz. I think I should do it like that. Yeah, there you go. And then I'm gonna discuss with you guys my categories. Where is my sticky note? I did order the plum paper planner, so I'm so excited to use that, and I'm gonna be trying to use that in October for my budget, and then I'm gonna use this for my business planner. It just makes sense for me. Here are my categories. So for groceries, I'm gonna use teal. My groceries used to be pink. I have my old compliment card here that has all of my categories. So I had groceries, household, allowance, eating out, sinking funds, and unbudgeted. It's still kind of similar. I'm still using the similar colors. I'm just used to them more. But I am using the budget expense stickers from my shop that is linked down below. These are the pastels, and then this one is the solid red. And I really like the pastels. It's super cute. So I'm just gonna name these. I think the top one should be the food. So actually that's gonna be the teal one. Yeah, so this one is gonna be my groceries, or food actually, I keep forgetting. I did have to change this category because I separated the eating out and groceries just recently. I think I just changed my mind yesterday. I feel like I'm constantly changing how I budget, which is fine. I'm trying to find what's best for me because I did find it before, but now that I'm budgeting for a family, it's so much more harder to get used to it. So I kind of took down the brightness because it was a little bit washed out. And then for allowance, my allowance, because I keep track of my allowance and my baby's allowance. My allowance is gonna be pink. So I'm gonna do Carla. I'm just gonna use my name. My husband is watching my baby because he had to come home from work because the street that he's working on is blocked off because of the rain. I think because there's a flash flood going on or something. I hope everybody's safe. Everyone's doing okay with these, you know, weather changes. I have purple for Amelia, and that's my baby. Her name is Amelia, but I call her Mia. I got that name from Princess Diaries. That's how I got her name, Amelia, because I wanted Mia as her nickname. Like, I knew that, but I was looking at what kinds of names or have the nickname Mia, because I don't want to just name her Mia. I don't know, I'm weird. But because my husband's last name is Galindo, so I kind of wanted to match it. Like, Mia Galindo is fine, but it's kind of like weird. I don't know. And then yellow is miscellaneous. That's a sinking fund I have, but I know that's a sinking fund that I'm constantly gonna use because it's just a miscellaneous, because I didn't want to have a lot of sinking funds because our budget is very small. But I think having a big fund for the miscellaneous will cover a lot of like small emergencies that will make up. I always forget how to spell miscellaneous. So hopefully that's okay. If not, I'll change it. I'm gonna use green for sinking funds. I wanna track any kind of sinking funds that I'm using because I'm actually not using my sinking funds right here, this tab. I don't know, I just don't use it because I feel like it's just too much for me. I'm still gonna keep it in the shop because I already have it, but it just doesn't, I don't go to it as much. You know what I use a lot though is my spending trackers. Like, I have 1, 2, 3 pages. Like, I took off the variable income right here and I put my spending tracker just because I use it a lot, because I track everything. This is where I track all the bills, all the income. Like, if it's an income, I put green on it. I also track my husband's expenses here as well, like his personal allowance, but I don't track that in my check-ins because I feel like that's just a bit excessive. All right, where did it go? So I'm gonna do sinking funds here. I'm just gonna put SF, and that's understandable as sinking funds. And the last thing I'm gonna do is red for any unbudgeted. I'm gonna put gift cards here. GC for gift cards, I don't know. I think because I need to track the gift cards because we do get some gift cards now because I guess we're a family and I presume it's easier to give family gift cards. I don't know, we just started getting a lot of it since we, you know, got married and had a baby, so I'm assuming they're gonna give that to us when she has her birthday or something. Maybe it's easier to do. So instead of like putting our gift cards in our cash envelopes, I'm just gonna track them with my check-ins or in my little expense trackers in here. Here you're gonna see a lot of blue, and I don't have blue in here, but that's because the blues are my eating outs, because I was gonna separate my groceries and eating out, and I was gonna make pink my groceries. So you can see I grocery shopped twice so far, and then I have a lot of blues right here. And then I also use my Blvd stickers for the month of September. I do have a lot of bills, so I feel like this is not gonna be enough. So I'm actually gonna start my check-in since we are actually, I think, behind, or this video is too long already. So I really like this whole system that's been going on, that everybody's been doing. It's not like a new thing or anything. I don't know who started it, but it's working, so that's why it's so popular. So I took a picture of my spending right here. That's how I track my things. I really love that spending tracker, and I'm not trying to like endorse it. I'm just saying like that works out for me. Rather than separating my sinking funds and bills, I just like seeing it all in one page. I want to color coordinate it actually with a highlighter maybe. I don't know, kind of like what the Budget Mom does, because that's the one I follow. I really love the Budget Mom. So on the 12th, it says here, I used my spending money. I went to Starbucks the other day, and the line at Starbucks is so long all the time. Okay, I made a mistake on that. Even though they opened their store already, which is fine, because people do need to be cautious. So the pink sticker is mine, and I used $5. Some of these expenses I round up because the coins or like the cents, I put it in our savings. Like if it's a cashless envelope, it's in the bank. If it's cash, I put the money in my money jar, in my coin jar right here. I have like a big coin jar that we try to like dispose every month if it gets filled. So that happened on the 12th. You can hear the birds because it's like early in the morning. It's 6 a.m. because I've been trying to film this since yesterday, but I couldn't because my baby was sick, unfortunately. So just in case you didn't see that, that was Starbucks for $5. Okay, and the next day that we spent was on the 13th. I've been loving going to Kroger lately. So the 13th, we just bought food, yeah. Food, which is teal. I have to get used to this because groceries used to be my pink one. So food, we went to Kroger like I said. And I think I have the receipt for that. Yeah, I have the receipt on my little cash envelope right here. And I just try to keep in track of the receipts that I have for the week. You don't have to do this. And I do take a picture of this, and I have an app where I upload all of our receipts. But this is how much we spent. We spent $53.06. So I rounded that up to $54. I really thought we were gonna spend more, but we've been spending less on groceries, so it gives us more money for dining out, which is amazing because if we have the money, we would definitely want to spend it on dining out. It's just easier for us, like especially with a baby, and we don't have a kitchen where we live. We have to go all the way around, and that's just a hassle sometimes. But of course, like going out is another hassle. But you know, our system is if somebody's cooking, somebody needs to stay here with her, and then vice versa, and then we eat separate. So like going out to places to eat just allows us to eat together, which is very rare right now, and we actually really miss eating together. So we went to Panda Express that day because my dad had to watch her and we had to eat something really quick. So we spent $19.05 at Panda Express. So we spent, I rounded that down to $19. I feel like I don't have any space. Okay, so that's on the same day. On the 15th, of course, we spent more for food, and that is our, whatchamacallit, McDonald's. I don't know why we bought McDonald's. Oh, I had to take my baby to the doctor because she was sick, and I was, you know, I'm a first-time mom, and I feel like every time she's sick, I have to take her to the doctor. But she just had a runny nose. It wasn't bad. The doctor said just as long as she's eating, she should be okay. So we spent $7 there. I just needed something quick, and I was so hungry. and usually our go-to is McDonald's. So basically all of our spending here is just food. What I used to do before is I would check in on Wednesdays to Tuesdays. I would film on Tuesdays and upload it on Wednesdays. But now what I'm gonna do is do the same time frame, Wednesdays to Tuesdays, and then film on a Wednesday the next day and then upload on a Thursday, because I am a busy mama and that just works for me. I can't really like commit to like really tight schedule on filming and editing. But I'm gonna put down another section here. We had to pay our insurance, which is my husband's car insurance, and that was $122. I have to look, but yeah, that was roughly $122 on the same day, the 15th. That gets pulled out of our account together. That's so weird to say. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is actually put down my no spend stickers, and I'm grateful that I get to have those because we have been off of our game for a while, and my husband actually said that he really likes how I do things like the budgeting, because he has his own allowance account, and he said he knows how much he can spend and he likes seeing that he can spend that much, and then whenever he's out, he's out. So I'm glad that he's been liking that system. Hold on, I'm trying to look for my no spend stickers. I had some. You would think I could find things better here. Come on. No spend. There we go. Found it. I only have 3. So I'm gonna put a no spend on a Monday. So yeah, he said he's been really liking this system, and I'm just so happy that he thinks like that. We do need to he does need to adjust, so give us time. Like, we eat out a lot. Whenever I was budgeting by myself, he would use his money to eat out, and that's just been working out for us. And now we have to adjust to this time that we really have to be diligent about our spending. So another no spend here, and I'm actually gonna put another no spend up there. Hold on. So I have my no spend stock right here, and I'm gonna put one right there. You can hear the birds chirping. It's fine. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is check our cash envelopes and our weekly check-in page. So I'm gonna be going back and forth from this page to my weekly check-in page. And some of you guys don't really like checking in, and that's fine. Like, if that works for your budget, if you just want to do a spending tracker, that's totally fine. You can just track them like a highlighter. I know that's what the budget mom does. Different highlighters, different colors means different categories, similar to the check-in. I just like doing it this way. Okay, so this is gonna be rough because it's on the other page. The categories that I'm gonna do is food, and then Carla, Amelia. What else was on there? What was it? Oh, miscellaneous, and then unbudgeted. So here I'm just gonna put, I guess, so we know how much is in here. Food, Carla, Amelia, miscellaneous. So I'm just gonna put an ad right here because how much we added on this. So I think for food we added, sorry, I'm going back and forth. It's just working for me right now. So we added 130 for the food. And I'm just doing this so we know how much is going in the cash envelope when we started this. So for Carla, we put 30, I think. That's how much we budgeted when I did my last cash envelope. Yeah, we did 30, and then 30 for Amelia, and then 40 for miscellaneous, and then none for unbudgeted. I would like to put a cushion there someday, but not right now. So I didn't spend anything, none of these right now. And then I'm just gonna put the balance, 130, 30, 30, 40, 0. Okay, so now we're gonna do the spend. So for food, from like we're checking in from the 9th through the 15th, we used food 3 times. Yeah, we used $19 for Panda Express, and then we used $54 for groceries. And then on the 15th, we used $7 for McDonald's. So the total is 80. So 130 minus 80 is $50. We should have $50 in our cash envelope. And let me check that. So here is my cash envelope system. Sorry, it's all zoomed in, but I did like a little setup with me. If you want to check that video out, I will link it down below. But I really like how I set everything up because, you know, I love pink. So I have my category here. We are checking the food. So I already adjusted this, and I took out the Firestone cash envelope because we actually made an account so we can pay it online now. Thank goodness, because we did not like going up there all the time. So here, Panda Express, Kroger, and the McDonald's, $7. So we should have $50. We have 20, 40, 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $50. So we can use this for dining out. And we're not gonna roll these over. We used to roll it over, but I just know my husband. So I'm also trying to like adjust to my husband because he is also adjusting to my budgeting. And sometimes, honestly, he just, you know, he gets confused how everything works and he thinks it's too much. But he can see the results. And I try not to like give him too much of a headache with everything and try to like, you know, give him something as well. Like he likes to go out and eat, so I told him if we have the budget we can, if not, we're not. For food, we're gonna do minus 80, and then usually I put here like where I spend it on, but because we have like 3 things we spent it on, I'm just gonna put like groceries right here, because that's the majority of where we spend it at. And then the balance is $50. And then for Carla, I actually have like a cashless envelope card here that I track my spending for my allowance. Minus 5. Okay, we have $25 in my account. So we're gonna do minus 5. And we're gonna put Starbucks because that's where I spend it at. And I have $25 left in that account. Amelia, she didn't really spend money. I do have another envelope for her. So yeah, she didn't really spend anything, but I will need some wipes for her. I think wipes or diapers, or probably both. We're gonna do 0. And then just that, and still $30 in there. And then for miscellaneous, we didn't spend anything for miscellaneous, thank goodness. So as you can see, the problematic place here is the food. That's why I adjusted to how we do it right now. It's just, I think it'll work a lot better for us. So we should have $40 here still. And I do have an envelope for that. I know it's confusing how I do things right now because it used to be just all cash. But with the situation at hand, wait, where's, no, that's medical. Miscellaneous, there we go. So we have $40 still in here. So that just goes for anything. Like if we're missing money on certain areas, we can just cover that with the miscellaneous. And then I don't have any unbudgeted for this week. Alright guys, so that is everything I have for you for this week as far as our check-in. I hope you enjoyed watching me like check in on my little expenditures over here, as well as like making my little compliment card for my expenses here. I will see you on my next video, and I hope you guys have a great week. Bye!